If you've completed Nightmare Mode and you got 5 stars and completed all those tasks in one battle, you now have the Kawachi, and now what? Well, now you have to play some matches and complete the Ancient Shard Madness and get your 3,000 Ancient Shards, and you'll be well on your way to obtaining the Perth if that's what you want to do. But the important thing is all of these tasks here start ticking up when you get into a match, whether it's AI or standard. If you were to go into a match and win a battle, get 30,000 HP of damage to ships, get 100 ribbons, hit enemy ships 100 times, and destroy 7 ships in one single battle, you complete all of this and have your 3,000 shards and move on. But if you haven't done that, and you're interested in how to set up the ship and the commander, let's check it out. The commander is Takeo Takagi. His base trait is Phoenix, and it increases the total HP restored by the repair party by 4.5%. Inspirations I have is Andrew Cunningham. The ship is pretty inaccurate, so you need all the help you can get there. And this does help out the battleship's main shell grouping, main battery shell grouping. And then I've got Robert Joujard, which helps the battleship's armor-piercing shell penetration multiplier. And it really doesn't make much of a difference. I've not really had a huge amount of citadel hits in any of the matches I've been on, but let's continue. First skill is Flammable Cannoneer. This is your standard accuracy build for a battleship commander. Battleship's main battery range and shell grouping is improved, but you do have a risk of catching a fire. Then gyrating drill bits, where the battleship's gun traverse speed and armor-piercing shell damage is improved, but you take a hit on your maximum battleship speed. Marksmanship is the next skill, and it improves the dispersion of the main battery, but you take a hit on the rudder shift time. Last one is Reaching Out XXL, and it improves the main battery range. And then we have the standard Will to Rebuild here. Amount of HP recovered is 47%. If you rank up to Legendary rank 4, that goes all the way up to 110%. So you do want to keep that in mind. And it's kind of important to rank up the battleship commanders if you're using Will to Rebuild because of this. And the special effect for the legendary skill auto repairs the HP when it is equal to or less than 20%, and it is active whenever you're within 2 kilometers of an allied ship. When you rank up to legendary rank 4, that is 3.5 kilometers. As I said, we're currently at legendary rank 2. Alright, so the upgrades are pretty simple, and it is Aiming Systems Mod 1, which helps out the dispersion of the main battery. We're not even going to talk about the secondary battery. Loadout is ammunition, high explosive shells, and then the consumables, damage control party. Duration is 10 seconds, reloads every 76 seconds, and they are unlimited. And then the repair party is the next consumable. It partially restores a ship's HP by repairing any light damage at the rate of 321 hit points per second. That's at legendary rank 2. This will go up substantially when you start ranking up your legendary rank. Duration is 19.6 seconds, 20 seconds basically. Reloads every 76 seconds, and there are 3 consumables. And you have enhanced secondary targeting here, which will reduce the secondary battery dispersion and tighten the shell grouping, and that's 100%. For the shell grouping, dispersion is 50% improvement. Runs for 30 seconds, reloads every 152 seconds, and there are 3 consumables. Good luck getting in secondary range here. And we're running these boosters, but I was looking to get the maximum range here with the Epic Battle Booster. Ship comes with a Type 9 Premium Permanent Camouflage. Sea detectability range and incoming fire dispersion is 4.5% respectively. And why not? I'm running the flag from the event here, the Unsmashed Pumpkins flag. And the stats, survivability hit points is 43,700, armor is 10 to 305 millimeter, torpedo damage reduction is non-existent. Artillery, you have 12 guns, They reach out to 15.1 kilometers, reload every 30 seconds. Traverse time is 30 seconds, and both of those are standard. 30-second reload and traverse is standard for a battleship. HE shell damage is 5100 with a 29% chance of setting fire. Armor-piercing shells is 8910, and we're not even going to talk about the secondary. AA, good luck there. Maneuverability is 18.5 knots, nothing much to talk about there. Turn circle radius is 560 meters. It does turn pretty tightly. Rudder shift time is 10.1 seconds. Concealment is 11.3 kilometers. Detection range by sea. Range by air is 9.5 kilometers, and while you're firing in the smoke, it is 9.1. And here's the armor. A lot of blue armor. That is not great. Let's check out the citadel. And you have a lot of green armor, and there's basic protection here, but basically with all ships in the game, you will get taken out from broadside hits, so you definitely want to watch that. This is not really all that great, but it is tier 3, so it's probably okay for a tier 3 battleship. And the overview, guns aplenty, and yeah, you do have a high number of guns. Allows for a lot of damage from a single salvo, and that is if you can get a hit, because this thing is pretty inaccurate. It's kind of crazy. Compromising. High caliber armor-piercing shells may overpen the armor, but may still arm depending on shell velocity, and yeah, that armor scheme did not look that great. So the Kawachi is the first dreadnought of the Imperial Japanese Navy. She boasted significantly powerful belt armor. Okay. Kawachi's fire control capabilities were strongly affected by the diversity of calibers of her numerous guns. Similar to other warships of her time, Kawachi had insufficient horizontal armor protection and weak torpedo protection. And yeah, that is exactly what we saw right there. Entered service in 1912, and there were 2 ships in the series. Might have been okay for 1912. Okay, well that's it for the setup of the ship and the commander. Let's go out in a standard battle and check it out. Alright, so here we go. We are in Archipelago, and we're going to check out the teams here. There's only 1 destroyer per side, a few cruisers, 3 battleships per side, and an aircraft carrier. So not very much happened in the first 3 minutes of the game or so. So here, this is a great opportunity to show you a little bit about how great the accuracy is here. And look at that. The shells just completely scatter, even though that looked like a perfect lineup with a commander ranked up to 16, and everything is maxed out on the ship itself as much as you can get it. And it is just hit or miss here, even though it looks like I have a perfect aim on this cruiser right here. That guy under normal circumstances would be gone, and that's basically what you have here with the Kawachi. And as with anything else, some moments you get shots like that, other moments you will get citadel hits, and you will blow out the red team ship, as we're going to see here in a couple seconds. Here is another perfect lineup on the Kolberg. I did aim a little higher on the waterline this time, and there we do get a citadel hit. That was quite surprising. Only 1 hit there, and then we got 2 more hits, so 3 hits and 3 citadels, and we took out that Kolberg on a devastating strike. So here a few minutes later, we've got a Dresden that is looking really thin. He doesn't really have much left, and yeah, so I'm questioning the accuracy of the Kawachi. Well, here you go, check this out. And he gets taken out on a single hit again. So 7 main gun hits, and we have 2 destroyed ships and a devastating strike. But in general, I do find this ship kind of frustrating as far as not being able to get hits when you have a perfect aim on the waterline. So you definitely have to watch out for that. But the ship is more than adequate at completing the Ancient Shard madness missions. And when I started this match, as you saw at the beginning of the video, I was pretty much well on my way to completing that Ancient Shard madness mission. And at this point, I just need to destroy 3 more ships to complete that mission and get the 1400 Ancient Shards. And we have 2 of those ships destroyed, so we just need 1 more ship, and then we will get that mission complete, and then we can move on, and we will be on our way to getting enough Ancient Shards to get to Perth. So there's another Kawachi there. He's backing up. And we do get 3 hits on him. We're up to 32,000 damage already. And I would say this is by far my best match in the Kawachi. And here, this is a feature of the Kawachi, is you have guns on both sides. So you can really target enemies on both sides of the ships pretty easily here. And I'm trying to compensate up a little higher than I normally would, because a lot of the shells were falling short, like you just saw there. And I'm letting that guy go. Here is another Kawachi. So all these guys are obviously trying to complete their Ancient Shard Madness missions. I would guess, I'm not really sure why you play the Kawachi other than to complete these missions. I might play it a couple more times after I complete the mission here. But in general, it is kind of frustrating with the lack of accuracy for the most part. And here are some torpedoes coming, and this aircraft carrier is really having a field day on me. And yeah, it does look like we are going to lose the match here, but my main goal, hate to say it, but it's not really to win this match. It is to get 3 destroyed ships. So that is what's going on here. Can't do anything about the rest of my team getting wiped out. So we're at this point, we're just going for that 3rd destroyed ship. So here's a Camel Town, and this guy is pretty agile. He's really moving around here, and yeah, we have no chance of really hitting him there on that salvo. But he doesn't really have much health left, and we're going to hope that the secondary here can kind of take care of business. And unfortunately, I forget to hit the secondary booster, but we did get him with the main shell. And we do have our 3 destroyed ships, and the ship is agile enough to evade those torpedoes. So now at this point, there's only 2 ships left. The match is even as far as ships go, and at one point I was thinking about a Kraken here, but here is going to highlight my frustration with the Kawachi. With this perfectly lined up shot here, this guy should have some significant damage, I would think. And yeah, barely a hit there. Very disappointing. This is a perfect lineup at 7 kilometers away.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
But the airplanes are having a field day on me. That aircraft carrier is probably pretty happy that he's got a 18 knot Kawachi that he's going after, because you're just basically a sitting duck out here. And I would like to close in to get some secondary hits on that Kawachi, but I don't think it's going to happen here. These 2 torpedo hits help, so at this point I'm really thinking I am going to get a 4th destroyed ship, and then that aircraft carrier is not going to be much of a problem at all, and I'll have a Kraken that I never expected to get. But it is not to be. Here, the Kawachi even gets hit with even more torpedoes, and he really has nothing left. So just a graze should do this guy in. I've got plenty of health where I think I can do pretty well one-on-one against that Kawachi, but yeah, it is not really going to happen here. We're up to 50,000 damage. 27 main gun hits. Unfortunately, this island is in the way, as tends to happen more times than not, it seems like. So we're trying to clear the island to get a shot at them. And I'm really thinking 1 more shot should do it here under normal circumstances. That would certainly be true. And here I'm just waiting for the island indicator to clear. This is a perfect shot. This guy really should be gone. And we get 1 hit for 890
damage, and that is it. So at this point, I'm fairly certain I am not going to get a fourth destroyed ship, let alone a Kraken here. There's 3,000 damage, and here's some more torpedo hits, and he is gone on those torpedo hits. And, well, there you have it. That's really it about the Kawachi. The accuracy is all over the place. It goes anywhere from scattering its shots to getting citadel hits and destroyed ships with a devastating strike. So you can't really complain about that, but it is definitely a challenge to play if you're looking for a really accurate ship. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.